So next is, I think, Santosh ji.
Hello, sir. First thing, am I audible clearly?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, I am CA Santosh Nankani from Nandurbar, a small practitioner, mainly dealing in compliance. Can I share my screen, sir?
Yes, sir. I think Rishi ji
Okay.
will start the timer as soon as you start speaking.
Okay. So, sir, what I have developed is a tool which could be used by a small practitioner. This tool is actually a combination of three small utilities which we use generally in our day-to-day routine life. What is the first tool is that is fixed asset register, or I would say depreciation schedule. What was the problem statement? As you might all be knowing that every non-corporate entity and corporate entity both have to charge depreciation as per AS10, which means we have to charge depreciation on a day-to-day on the basis of number of days. But in income tax, we have to charge depreciation based on block concept, less than 180 days and more than 180 days, and we have to keep a consolidated sheet which will maintain fixed asset register also and depreciation schedule as per AS10 and depreciation as per Income Tax Act, and also create a sheet for deferred tax. So the first tool which I have developed is maintaining a fixed register. I would just demonstrate the case with you. These are three buttons which are useful for the first tool. This is a fixed asset. What target I have kept is to give only minimal inputs to the tool so that it can generate a desired result. So in this first tool, we have to add assets, just like we purchase assets, we add in our fixed assets. I would just add the two assets for your input. This is a description, this invoice number, date. Let's say I would take 15th of June 2023. Amount, for sake of simplicity, I'll keep the amount as 1 lakh. For location of asset, because in Caro report, we have to maintain the location of asset also. Now this is important. I have created a drop down list according to Companies Act and according to Income Tax Act. So I'll just give it from where it is fetching data. I'll also show it to the users. So I have selected general furniture, fittings and furniture, added to fixed asset. Now I'll add one more asset. Let's say mobile handset. Let's say 18th of October 2024. I have changed the year. Earlier I entered, and I will input the amount as 2 lakh. This is office equipment and plant and machinery. Now I have added two assets in this. Now you can see there are multiple sheets. I'll just explain one by one sheet. In the second sheet, you can see it is creating a fixed asset register. These up to this data, until this column data, it is creating description of asset, invoice number details, date, amount of purchase, location, category as per Companies Act, category as per ICAI. This is where it starts its working. You can see it first enters first financial year ended, for because it is 15 June 2023, first financial year ended on 31st March 24. And for second asset, it ended on 31st March 2025. It creates another sheet for number of days used in first year. Just to check the accuracy, I'll calculate like this. There are 290 days which are being used in this, but it calculates 291 because I have given an instruction that the date of purchase is also to be included in counting the number of days used in first year. Otherwise, it can be changed as per the requirement of practitioner. Now, based on this, there is one more button which will create a generate depreciation schedule. Now, this is very interesting. Once I click it, it will ask me up to what year you want depreciation schedule. If I told him to generate depreciation up to 27, it will create depreciation schedule. I'll just come to the depreciation schedule. So you can see for financial year 23-24, it added one asset, it charged depreciation, and it also gave a closing balance. This schedule is as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act. Next year, it added one more asset for financial year 24-25. It added 2 lakh. interesting thing to note here is, if my first financial year ends on 31st March 24, it will start creating fixed asset register from financial year 23-24 onwards. If my financial year starts, first financial year ended on 31st March 25, it will start from 24-25. In this case, it is starting from 23-24, so it is giving 23-21. You can see it has given depreciation up to 26-27. Now, if I see there is one more sheet, FAIT Act. This will create a financial, depreciation schedule for Income Tax Act also, because income tax is based on block concept. So it will create a block. I already created a category of assets based on which it creates a block. It added asset before 3rd October. It added asset after 3rd October because 182 days wala formula hai yahan pe. In the second year, you can see we have added asset on 18th of October, so which was post 3rd October, so it added in second column, and accordingly it is creating a depreciation. Now, this is only generation of depreciation, not only generation, it also creates deferred tax calculation. Now you can see this is sheet where it creates WDV as per books of accounts, WDV as per ICAI Act, it creates a difference, current year difference, and tax rate. Tax rate I have mentioned at somewhere backend, from which it is extracting the data, and it is creating a deferred tax amount, and it also showing whether it is deferred tax asset or deferred tax liability. For example, if I asked him to generate depreciation for up to 2032, so it has created 32. So somewhere the difference of deferred tax asset will become deferred tax liability, because WDV as per ICAI Act will slowly override the WD as per books of account, and it will create a deferred tax liability. That is not the end of depreciation schedule. There is one more button, which is update sale of fixed asset register. Through this button, if you open this, there is one form, VBA form, which will give us category wise list of assets. If you select any asset, now important feature here is this will create a category of asset based on the date of inputs. Like the oldest asset will show towards the top of the group. If I open this furniture, this will create one tab in which I am able to change any of the thing already inputted. And at the last, I have feature of inputting the sale date. Now I will just input, let's say we have purchased this asset on 15 June 2023. I'll sell this asset on, let's say, 20th of 10, 2026. And it is asking for sale value. Let's say if I sell it at 50,000 rupees, I'll just enter and submit. Record submitted successfully. Now in the fixed asset registered, there are these two columns which I have created. The first asset, furniture, I have sold on 20th of October 2026. If I refresh the depreciation register, let's say up to 2030, you will be able to see it. The sale is in October 2026. So the depreciation should stop from 20th of October 2026, means 26, 27. So here is depreciation up to 26, 27, and WDV as on 31st March 27 will be 0. And at the end, you may also find profit or loss on sale of asset. And you can see WDV was on 31st March 2026 was 43 minus 6,000 depreciation for the part of the year. It means 37,000. The asset has been sold for 50,000. So the difference of 12,690 has been shown as profit on sale. In income tax, because the asset has been sold and block does not exist. In income tax,
the last 1 minute is left.
Oh, yes, ma'am. In income tax, it will create a terminal depreciation in the last, not terminal, it's a short-term capital gain in the last block. So that, no, it is a terminal depreciation 22,000. So it will create a checkpoint also to enter terminal depreciation. Sir, this deferred tax schedule has also created. Now I will just bring to the IRR calculator, because EMI is a simpler, it is available everywhere. IRR calculator. This is one important tool. Here I have created all the possible situations to provide IRR to the client, because many client comes towards saying that we have approached by LIC agent saying that you have to deposit 15,000 for 10 years. You will get after 10 years 1,50,000 or maybe 5 lakh. So here there are 4 possibilities: single outflow, single inflow, single outflow, single outflow, series inflow. I'll just give you one example. Series outflow, let's say we are paying 15,000 every year for 10 years. I'll just here enter here 15,000. LIC agent had told us, or some investment agents had told that 15,000 आपको 10 साल भरना है. Every year we are paying. Outflow starts from year 0. Inflow we will get, let's say 5 lakh rupees at the end of 10 years. So I'll just give him 10 years के बाद 50,000 मिलेंगे, one time मिलेंगे, because here single inflow है. और कब मिलेंगे? After 10 years. So I'll just click here, generate an IRR calculator. It will create IRR. It is not that simple IRR. It will give us a calculation.
The time is over.
Yes, just 1 minute, ma'am. It will also give us a schedule, just like we have learned in our education, that it is outflow, cash inflow, net cash inflow, discounted cash flow, cumulative, and discounted cash flow. NAV will become the nearest to 0, and the IRR have come to 21.27%. Last half minute, sir. I am developing this tool not only for these 3 tools. I am also developing this tool which can serve as a robot for small practitioner, a mini assistant for small practitioner. I am going to include payroll management also, GST rate finder also, and tax calculation part also in this tool, so that it can become an assistant for any practitioner. I have tried to give a small level of inputs to this software and give a desired results. That's it, sir. I am open for questions. Thank you.
So, Santosh ji, again, another very useful tool for all the small practitioners, because every year we face the dilemma of calculating or creating the fixed asset register and generating. Also, I think VB has been used. This is what I assume. And,
yes, sir. VBA tool. And these are the master data, sir, which I have told you at the end. I will tell you. These are the heads which I have already given. A small change in head, let's say, for example, we add an intangible asset added here, and rate, whatever I thought 25% I already added. Add of fixed asset, it will give another option. There is nothing to do anything with the code. I just have added asset here. So the VBA tool has been used, sir.
Vishal ji and Ashish ji.
I think I don't have no questions from my side for this.
So,
any feedback, sir?
Yeah, sir, the utility is very useful.
Thank you, sir.
And you can deploy it on the web if possible. So it will be more of a AI kind of a thing rather than Excel.
Sir, I'm not opposing you, but हम छोटे practitioner है ना सर, डेटा को ऑनलाइन अपलोड करने से बहुत डरते हैं. So I
Sir,
always
everything is on Google.
Yes, I accept, sir. But I always try कि जो चीज हम ऑफलाइन कर सकते हैं अपने सिस्टम पे, let's do it. If nothing possible, we'll definitely try to upload it on Google. This tool can be shared with anyone over email so that they can maintain their client's database in offline manner, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that.
Vishal sir is saying this because so that every other practitioner can also use.
Yes, of course. The tool is open and I does not have any financial interest in this. I always share for my professional community, but only thing we don't want is we hesitate in sharing anything with AI and open source information over internet, sir.
Sure. Great, Santosh ji.
Okay.
So, Vishal ji, we can, I think, move ahead.
Yeah, we can have the next participant.
Okay.
Thank you.